How's it going, Austin? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Good deal. Good deal. I'm new to this presentation mode here, but I'm trying to see where we would see how many people are on. But I'm sure something will pop up here in a minute.
Well, if you hit comments and you could see the people talking.
You see them now?
Uh, well, I'm on my phone, but if you see chat down at the bottom and you hit comments, you can see everyone.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, I see some now. We got Dustin in here. What's up, Dustin? Violet, Bob, Miss Pat. Hey, how you doing? Just like Brittany, Jerry Moon. Got quite a few people popping in. Give it a few minutes. Let people get in here. I'm sure there's a lot of folks still out there doing some grilling out and things like that for Easter. I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all have a big dinner today or anything else?
It's actually my kids are almost here, and then they're gonna look for eggs here in a little while,
Oh,
for
nice.
like 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, you've still got a lot more light than I have. I
Yeah.
don't know if you're on the East Coast. So, where are you located?
Uh, like an hour north of Kansas City,
Okay.
Missouri.
Yeah. So, what's the best bait to fish in a ditch? Uh, she says she's
uh,
tried
I
worms, lures, and jigs.
yeah, I use a shad for catfish around here. And
Mhm.
anything else, I normally go to a marabou jig or just a tube jig.
What are you chasing then? Bass or something?
Crappie, bluegill,
I got you.
bass.
I don't do much bass fishing, so I'm actually in a
Yeah,
tournament soon though. It's going to be kind of interesting. I'm gonna fish it with a cousin of mine. He's a semi-pro guy, and it's a charity tournament. So I'm just going to help out.
yeah, we're like a week or two from the crappie spawn here, so it'll
Right.
be it'll be getting pretty crazy here quick.
Yeah. Matthew Jones, Larry Marsh, or Larry Lee. I'm not sure if that's one word or not. Miss Violet says, "I'll catch fish, but won't eat it." I hear you. Well, I catch a lot of fish too, and I don't keep those either. I mainly tournament fish, so we put them all back in the water. Jared, Nate, welcome, welcome. We're gonna give it just another minute, and then we're gonna start some conversation wrapped around what this exciting new venture Mr. Austin Pettigrew is getting into. Ready for some crappie, Mr. Jerry Moon says. Where are you located, Jerry? Yeah, it's gonna be a good night. Miss Violet says, "Give them away or release them." I hear you. I think Jerry's looking for some fish, so if y'all are close to each other, he might take them. Dustin says he's going to get some rods. I'm not sure. I guess he's talking to you, Austin. You selling rods now?
Rod holders.
Yeah, he says rods. So maybe he's talking about rod holders. I don't know. Violet's in Arkansas. Anyway, it's what is it, 8:04 now. So let's go ahead and get started for everybody that's here. I'm Steve Fortson, Director of Development, Tackle 22 Fishing, here with Mr. Austin Pettigrew. You want to tell us about yourself there, Austin?
Yeah, I actually a year and a half ago I started takedown rod holders. I started with just one version of a bank fishing rod holder, and now I have over 18 products on the website, ranging from bank fishing, cutting boards, boat rod holders. I'm getting into like mount bank fishing mounts. I got bank fishing conversions for the boat rod holders that we're getting. I got apparel that's getting pretty big.
Good deal. So, how did you get started? Where did that all come from?
Uh, I was getting pretty heavy into river fishing, and I spent a couple weeks looking online for something durable enough. I fish the Missouri River, and it's like 7, 8 mile an hour current where I'm at, and
Right.
there really wasn't any bank rod holders that would handle takedown. So I was tired of using my clickers. So that's when I designed my first bank fishing rod holder, and I put it up against the truck in a video, and it kind of went viral overnight. I
Mhm.
actually didn't plan on selling any at first, and within the first week it blew up, and I just started doing it. And
Right.
2 weeks ago, I actually went full time making rod holders.
I hear you. Awesome. Congratulations. It's hard to get in a market like that. It looks like you found a way to get in there just with proving it in a video and some quality, right?
Yep.
So your background is what, welding?
Yeah, I was actually a robot programmer. I've done machining, CNC programming,
Right.
and I've been welding since I graduated.
You probably started when you were a kid though, didn't you?
Uh, it was my sophomore year of high school.
Right. Good
Yep.
deal. That's awesome. Well, a little bit about Tackle 22 Fishing for those of you that don't know who we are. We take veterans on fishing trips, no charge. We're here to raise awareness to mental health and PTSD and just basically any of the needs of the veterans. But if you don't know it, there are 22 veteran suicides per day in the U.S. And we're trying to make a difference in that, some impact. So one of the things we're doing is teaming up with some folks like Austin. Looks like I may have lost him. There he is. Teaming up with folks like this, motivated, passionate about the sport of fishing. It doesn't have to be catfishing; it can be any fishing. But I'm a catfisherman myself. A lot of the guys in the group are. But we have volunteers in I think 19, maybe 20 states now. I'd have to look. Um, so if you're interested, if you know some folks that would be interested in a free fishing trip, or somebody that just wants to help out or volunteer, let me know. You can find me on Facebook, or you can just jump on our Tackle 22 page and shoot a message out or an email to the Tackle 22 Fishing. There's a link on that page on the website. We have folks that monitor that 100%. Well, look who's here. What are you doing here, Mr. Eddie?
Oh, someone said catfishing.
Oh, you heard that. I got you. Anytime the word catfishing is mentioned, our president, founder, Mr. Eddie of Tackle 22 Fishing. You want to tell us about yourself, Eddie?
Yeah, my name's Eddie. My wife and I founded Tackle 22 Fishing probably going on 3 years ago. March or May 15th of this year will actually make our third year, I believe, of having a name. But we'll be in our second full year of being a nonprofit organization. When we moved to the Columbus, Georgia area, I was looking to make fishing friends and looking to learn the new waters out here. I was bass fishing at the time and just started posting up in local fishing groups. I had open seats on the boat and was just looking to fill them with whoever wanted to go. And it really wound up being a lot of veterans, a lot of retirees, and a lot of active duty soldiers here because we have Fort Benning. And I really wasn't prepared for the impact that it was going to have on me. Being out there one on one with veterans or retirees or active duty soldiers. We shared the same stories. A lot of us had stomped on the same grounds overseas. And it felt really good to share those stories with another person. My wife and I at the time, we were working long hours. We were both in healthcare. And she's a civilian, so a lot of things that maybe bother me or things that I want to speak about, I really don't speak about them much to her. I think that's part of PTSD is you really just don't want to share it with someone who hasn't been there,
Mm-hmm.
because you don't want to keep them awake at night. So I definitely wanted to keep my home life and what stresses me separate. And just being out there on the water, it was crazy comforting. It was very therapeutic, and I just it got it. I got to be very, very passionate about fishing with other veterans, and I did it myself for about a year and a half, traveling the country. I've flown as far as Oklahoma to take a dying veteran fishing before he passed away. We've done some really incredible stuff for an active duty family with a son that had T-cell leukemia.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it really just wasn't having the impact that I wanted. I wanted to build these communities of veterans up, and me traveling around myself to do these fishing trips really just wasn't doing that. So, at least not like it had here in Columbus. So, speaking with Harvey and my wife, she's the vice president. Harvey's our director of operations. I really wanted to implement a volunteer program to build up these other communities around the country and really give veterans a safe place to be with other veterans, grow the sport of fishing, and just say thank you to the men and women that served our country, and just have that constant support system in place. And through the work of our volunteers and the outstanding people that we've been able to bring into the organization, we've done just that.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more. One thing you said, I want to kind of hammer home there about why I'm here as a volunteer. I came on as a volunteer in South Carolina, and then just kind of moved up through the ranks over time last year. But when you get on the water for the first time with a veteran that you never met, and you take them out fishing, and you're spending maybe 6-8 hours out there chasing a fish of a lifetime, maybe, or maybe just a small brim or whatever they're after. You get some really good quality time there, and like you said, the brother and sisterhood that you used to have maybe years ago, for me many years ago, just becomes a reality right there in that moment. You forget about time, you forget about space, family, and everything just kind of opens up, and it becomes something pretty special. So,
right. And I know we're talking, Steve and I are talking a lot about fishing from a boat, and we got Austin here, who's made probably one of the best bank fishing products that's been released in years. And for any bank fishermen watching, men and women who bank fish, you can absolutely take a veteran fishing to go bank fishing. I've done it when my boat was in the shop. I still love to bank fish to this day. And don't be discouraged if there's any veterans out there who might want to get involved with us. Don't be discouraged about taking a veteran fishing because you don't have a boat. There are plenty of places to go out and catch a fish from the bank, and really the fishing is secondary anyway. It's really just about the camaraderie, getting together, having a good time, and stuff like that. So, Austin, I got a question for you. What inspired you to kind of get involved with Tackle 22 Fishing?
Pretty much all the men in my family have been in the service. I've donated probably over 100 rod holders to different organizations, bank fishing tournaments for veterans, and it's just something that I've always respected. And I've heard stories. I'm not going to name names, but I have family members with PTSD, and that stuff's kind of burned in my head now. So it just means a lot to me, and it's an honor to be able to be a part of it.
Well, brother, it's an honor to get you involved. I think I've said in a million live streams, veterans make up 1% to 2% of our population in the United States. If you really let that sink in for a minute, the very small percentage of men and women who are out fighting our wars, keeping us safe at home, really only make up 1% to 2% of the American population. So, to make real change in the lives of veterans, it's going to take 100% of our population to influence change, not just in politics, not just within the VA, but just in everyday life. You could be out at the grocery store. Think about how many people are in a Walmart. And if you're not in a military town, no one in there could be a veteran.
Right.
You got a very small percentage chance of running into one. So to get veterans together in a place where they feel like they know one another just because they speak the same language and have been the same places, you do not understand how healing that really is.
So that's good. That's good to hear, Austin. I didn't know what your inspiration was initially, until we talked about it here a few months ago. But you want to kind of give us a rundown of what you're planning on doing here? I think we've been on 15 minutes, so a good time to kick it off.
So I just about a week and a half ago came out with the first version of the boat rod holders. They're getting pretty good exposure, and I came up with another bank fishing product. And the same night, I decided I'm going to make it a bank fishing or a boat rod holder too. I got two different versions I'm coming out with. This is the first one.
Mhm.
It's about half the size of the original one I released. It's got a straight bar on the back. It'll give you your 45-degree angle. And if you put your rod in this way, it'll give you a 0-degree dead sticking angle.
Mhm.
And the other version has a round bar on the back. It'll kind of hold your rod a little better. It'll give you the 45-degree and the 0-degree as well.
Right.
But they're only 9 inches tall, made out of 3/8 with the half 13. But I'm partnering with you guys, and every dollar there'll be $1 off of every rod holder sale donated to you.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much for that. That's absolutely incredible. I just want to address a question here. Jared Sommerfeld asked us if we included first responders into our program. We haven't yet. I've been in public safety for over 20 years, both in the Marine Corps and private. I did contracting overseas as a firefighter EMT. I've been a firefighter paramedic for many municipalities, as well as the Department of Defense. So I definitely would like to, at some point. We just gotta, I really want to get us a little bit better established on the veteran piece, get us a little bit, running like a well-oiled machine before we start adding programs, to Tackle 22. But I definitely see the need for it within the first responder community, because I know we've been to some doozies.
Yeah. Speaking of that, you asked, is there, or Eddie spoke of a program. As far as the program goes, no, we don't have a program set up for that. Does that mean that I wouldn't take a first responder out on the water? Absolutely not. I might pull up to a boat ramp today or tomorrow, and there's a guy standing there that just wants to go fishing, and I have no clue who he is. He might jump on my boat. So reach out. Feel free to reach out. If we know somebody, we'll try to put you in touch with them.
Yes, we are mental health advocates first.
Mm-hmm.
So, who was that with the comment?
Somebody asked, Dale, Jeff, both of y'all are in here.
Yeah,
man.
Jared, if you have a first responder or someone that has kind of had a tough time and could really use the time out on the water, reach out to us. Even if it doesn't get a veteran on the water, I know I'm happy to do it. Steve's happy to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Any of our volunteers would be happy to do what we can for that first responder.
It just wouldn't run through the program. That's the only difference. But yeah, we help anybody that needs help if we can. So reach out. And I wanted to speak to Alex. Looks like Booley, maybe. Says he loves to take veterans fishing. Put one on a 42-pound blue recently.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you, Alex. That's awesome. I don't know if you're a veteran yourself, but we appreciate you. Everybody helping, just even a little any small way is a great thing for mental health awareness and awareness to the 22. So thank you.
Absolutely. So I just want to say happy Easter,
right,
everybody. Today is YOLO JK Day. He is risen. Remember the reason for the season and say a little prayer. I went out to my boss's last night for dinner for Easter. You guys got plans
tonight?
Yeah.
No, my plans are to crash after this thing. Yeah, early morning in the morning. I do work for a living, so yeah. No, my plans today. I went out to my mom's and had a nice dinner out there. So that was pretty cool. I always enjoy spending time with her. Making sure she's okay.
Absolutely.
But you, Austin, what'd you do today?
I've been redoing the porch, and the kids are about to go out look for eggs, and then I got a box rod holders till probably 2 a.m.
That's right. That's right.
Austin, where where can customers go to find your rod holders?
So my giveaways and most of the videos are posted on Facebook on Takedown Rod Holders LLC. I got videos of me making them, painting them, test videos. They're all on TikTok. That's the same Takedown Rod Holders. And then all sales and wholesale and everything, it's ran off of takedownrodholders.com.
Okay. All right. That's pretty cool. What do you, I know a lot of times when you have things like this come out, or anybody has things like this come out, customers are curious to how you're going to back it. So if somebody, say they broke one in some type of way, what's your plan for that? How do you handle
So it's 100% warranty for the first year.
Mm-hmm.
All you got to do is ship it to me, and if it's mainly the boat rod holders aren't going to break, but the bank fishing ones, I advertise a lot of beating them with sledgehammers, and like I use a 3-pound hammer, so eventually the bars are going to go bad, and I cover that for a lifetime. It's just $5. You
Wow.
ship them to me, I'll cut them out, put new ones in, and send them back.
That's
That's
I
awesome.
haven't had to do that yet, but I mean I still advertise it. So
I hope I don't find myself beating one on my boat like that. I would have had
yeah, that'd be a bad deal.
Depends on how big of a heartbreaker you break off.
That's right.
There's been a couple of times I've almost thrown a rod and reel into the water and then was getting ready to reach for a rod holder.
I'll be sure to make sure there's no hammer on board when we go out in a couple of weeks.
Ryan Smith, you can absolutely donate a goodie bag to us from Minotaur Hooks. If we don't use it for whatever reason, it'll at least go home with a veteran that we take fishing. So a lot of things, I know a lot of like giveaway or raffle items that I win at tournaments. I give away to veterans. I got three brand new B&M Silver Cat Elites I need to give away as I do vet trips this year. So Shane Martin says his cousin's got some of your rod holders and they're very, very impressive.
Shane's up in Illinois, I believe.
Yep.
So
let's
one of our leads.
Let's talk a little bit about price point. What how much is a bank rod holder, or how much is a boat rod holder, or are they the same?
So the originals, which are in the boat and truck video, they start out at $21.50 on the website, and I've came out with stainless steel. I got a rubber dip, and then like I got saltwater versions. They're almost 40 inches tall. Those are a little. I think they're like $26.50 on the website, and then I have several guys running on TikTok and YouTube, and there's always promo codes to find. There's hundreds of them now, so it's pretty easy to find a 10% off code for the website.
Right.
The boat rod holders, the new ones, they're starting out at $25.50. So pretty much like all the others on the market.
Yeah, it's pretty competitive price point in the world of rod holders for sure.
That's right.
Another thing I didn't say, I'm still they're 100% handmade. Everything's American made. I'm hand bending them, cutting them, and welding them all on my front porch still. So it's all directly through me. It's just a one-man business. So
well, I got a feeling you're about to get really busy. Or you're gonna get busier, hopefully with our crew on board promoting and stuff like that. Hopefully you become a very tired individual.
That's right. I want to see the next live will go on here in a couple of weeks.
Bags under his eyes.
Yeah.
He'll be asking for welder resumes here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Don't ask me to weld. I've never done it in my life. I'd be happy to put two pieces of metal together and start drawing little shapes with the welder. I'm not your welder.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah, our welding training starts out with French fries and ketchup.
I hear you. So it looks like we've got a few folks in here I want to give a shout out to. We got Jeff Frazier with Apex Predator Outfitters. Cool to have you here. It's a good group. Go check them out. Dale from Dale's Tackle looks like he's on here. It's kind of funny there. Dale saying, "Can I donate some Dale's Tackle Blood Series?" He's saying that because he knows that I won't fish with anything else. But
that's right.
you can donate some, Dale. Send them my way.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you donate some hooks to me, Dale. So
Mhm.
Dale's Tackle isn't a 22 fishing, but like Ryan was asking about Minotaur hooks, we're friends with everybody, man.
Mhm.
You know, if even if I'm sponsored by so and so, you know, anything sent to us that maybe we don't need as volunteers is going home with that veteran.
Yep.
So
Yep.
we're friends with everyone in the industry, but we definitely appreciate Dale for his sponsorship of the organization and our personal tournament fishing. So Dale does a lot for us. He kind of pulls double duty between the organization and our personal fishing. So we're definitely very appreciative. What you got there?
What you got, Austin?
I know
Well,
he's
you keep pulling up Ryan on the chat,
yeah.
and I actually worked with him and built this one.
Oh, nice.
I just kind of
That.
I definitely think it's the baddest thing on the market right now, but I call it the Extreme Series. It's got a 5/8 pin at the bottom,
Yeah.
and it's designed. He lives down in Mexico, and he's having problems getting through the rocks. So I designed it to where it'll break anything on the way down.
Nice.
But
That's awesome.
it's pretty wicked. I just wanted to show you guys because
I
I
do
keep seeing his name, and
I do love that paint job for sure.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
yeah,
So
that's
do
what
you
made me
still
think
have your
of it.
very first rod holder set that you made for yourself?
Yep, I should have grabbed. They're in the shed actually. I
Yeah.
beat them so hard that the top flat bars right here,
Mhm.
they actually turned into flat bar.
Oh,
Nice.
It is round rod, but they're completely flat. They didn't bend at all. It just like fused together. It's pretty crazy.
well, I know the guy that owns that company, so you can just send them back to him for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll just cut it right out and replace it and ship it right back. I did want to kind of take a break here for a minute. And everybody who's watching, I want you to do me a favor and everyone smash the heart button on this live
Please.
and then click that share button and share this out on your personal page. Share it out with fishing pages, veteran pages, whoever. The more people that interact with our content, the more veterans that are going to find out about Tackle 22 fishing, and the more fishermen and women are going to find out about takedown rod holders. So
Mhm.
it really benefits all of us, and it doesn't cost you anything to smash that share button, and we really do truly appreciate it.
That's right.
But so what's the PB for a takedown rod holder? Do you know?
Oh,
You track it?
I know it's over 80-pound blue. A 6-foot shark on the saltwater editions,
Wow.
Nice.
and let's see, I think it's around a 70 to 75-pound flathead.
That's a big
Yeah.
flathead.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the flathead was caught by Christina Lemke.
Mm-hmm.
What body of water?
Pretty sure she's in Minnesota,
Okay.
kind of that area.
I didn't know they have flatheads that big up there.
It may not be Minnesota, but I know it's pretty close to up there.
Usually in the north, all you hear about is the giant channel cats.
Yeah, but she might have traveled south to catch that. I don't know.
That is
I just know she's a part of my team, so
Oh, is she? That's
So
good.
I think that was last spring when she caught it.
I see Tom Titus here shared, right? So if you shared just now, let us know. I'm curious.
Yeah, Titus and I were in the Marine Corps together.
Were you?
Yep.
Oh, I feel bad for him then. He had to spend so much time with you. I'm just kidding. Good to see you in here, Tom. Well, look who's here. You're in trouble now, boss.
Oh, the boss lady's here.
All right, the boss lady.
I know. I just had to go through and change her last name on her email, and I was putting Ashley Howcroft on our website. So Ashley, if you're watching, for those of you who don't know, we just promoted Ashley Howcroft, who's been our director of communications, to the board of directors. She's been kicking tail and taking names since she got here. She's really helped us streamline our communications piece for people reaching out through the website or through social media. She's getting them to the right place and stuff like that. So we're really appreciative to the job that Ashley's doing. and looking forward to her work on the board. But I was working on the website, and Brandy was like, "Hey, you think you might want to go change my name on there?" I was like, "Shit, we did get married, didn't we?"
Yeah. Brandy just asked. She said, "Wait, you don't feel bad for me, Steve?" Not really. You decided to marry the man. I can't help you.
It's
on you.
all downhill now.
That's right. Well, that's awesome, man. So we've got these new rod holders coming out. What size are your other ones? The other boat rod holders that you just came out with.
I think they're about 12 inches tall.
Okay. And these you said are 9 inches.
And they do three positions, which these will do 3 positions here pretty quick. That's still a secret though.
That's right.
Yeah.
9 inches would be good for the front of the boat for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Or
if you have some multi-bars or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have having the Dynasty or that Sea Arc track system. Mm-hmm. I do love having a tall rod holder either coming out of that track system or either attached to the rails. But
that's 9 inches from the bottom of the bolt to the top. I think it's about 6.5 from here up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
I see we have Jeremy Hicks in here. He's our regional director for Blue Ridge with Tackle 22. He was saying he needed some rod holders. So hit him up, Hicks. Hit up Austin.
Yeah. I know we have a bunch of events coming up in the next few months. So I'm sure now that we've announced that you're going to be part of the Tackle 22 family, I'm sure our region directors and event planners are going to start beating you up for rod holders and stuff for giveaways and raffle items and stuff like that. So get ready to see Tackle 22 coming across your phone quite a bit. Our guys are awesome putting on events.
They're good at sharing the word too and helping you out. So it's all one hand washes the other with us. But if you were saying earlier you had a big team and there's promo codes all over the place. So what's your biggest promo code out there right now?
Most of them are 10% off right now.
Yeah.
I actually have a military discount code. It's not posted on the website, but it's 25% off.
Wow.
So yeah, if anyone messages me and is interested in rod holders, I'll gladly give it out. So
that right there is amazing, Austin. I mean,
that is a huge discount.
Young man, a lot of passion, a lot of potential, and coming out with something like that, that's just awesome. I'm surprised to hear it actually, because you never hear that kind of discount anymore. You used to, but not anymore.
So, you figure people are operating off pretty high overhead right now because of the cost of goods. So
that's right.
To have a 25% discount is unheard of. So you guys heard that. Military members, does that apply to veterans too, or just active duty?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Well, you guys heard it. Reach out to Austin through the Takedown Rod Holders LLC Facebook page, and send him some proof
that's what I was about to say.
That you're a veteran.
Let's go with DD-214 or ID, something along those lines. I'm sure he'll need something.
Yeah. Don't just hit him up and say I'm a vet. Like, give him something to go off of. Excuse me.
That tells us what kind of man we're working with here, and that's the kind of partnership we like to have. So I appreciate you, man.
That gets me excited, man. I love to hear that. Thank you for doing that, Austin. Even if we never did anything with Tackle 22, that just makes me happy for veterans to hear businesses doing that. But let's see. Do you know if any of your pro staff team are veterans?
I'm pretty sure two or three of them are.
Okay.
We need to reach out to them and see if we can't get them into the Tackle 22 fishing fold, because we do have a volunteer for Missouri, but we definitely need to get other states up and running and active. Crossing the Mississippi has been difficult for us as an organization. I don't know why. You think with how much fishing goes on in Texas, Oklahoma, those areas, we should be smoking it across there, but we're just not.
Speaking of that, being on the development side, if anybody out here that's hearing this right now or in the future, if you just pick this live up later on and you know anybody in the Texas area or anybody on the other side of the Mississippi from me and I'm on the East Coast, please reach out. Let us know if there's a veteran that wants to help out. We could use that. We've got to get some people out there that want to help so that we can help those veterans that are in those areas that want to get out on the water or get on the bank for that matter.
Absolutely.
But we need
I
to
feel like
help.
you should be hearing from Texas is one of my biggest states, so there's got to be someone.
So we actually have, if there's any Texas veterans watching, we do have a Texas volunteer, but we are in dire need of leadership in Texas. So we do have a state lead position and region director position for that area open. So, you know, if you're any Texas, Oklahoma area, Louisiana area veterans who are interested in getting involved and being active and, you know, want to oversee the volunteer program in that area, get a hold of us, get involved. Let's start working through that process and do that. So I want to address this comment right here. Thomas Fleming says, I'm a veteran, but pay full price because I believe in supporting a hardworking family. Love it, brother. Love it. You know, it's good to be in a position to do that. Not everyone is. So I do know we all know fishing's an expensive hobby, and to stay right with HQ, and by HQ I mean the redhead down there that has the same last name as me. We try to pinch pennies when we can, and you know, if we can work something out for a little bit of marketing or something like that, something mutually beneficial that will bring him more business on the back end, we will absolutely do that. But I do respect that 100%.
One thing about that, I just want to share with everybody that a lot of people don't know is sometimes, say a group like Takedown or some of the others out there. I know Jeff's in here with Apex. I'll bring him up. He's a good example. But Apex Predator Outfitters, we have a shirt and a hoodie being made through them. It's on their website. If you go to that website and there's an option there to put in a code for a percentage off, same thing, any promo code out there. And a lot of times, in talking through Jeff, who's done this for quite some time now, people like Thomas will get in there and they'll think, you know what, I'm going to pay full price to help this veteran group out more. But what that actually does is the lack of the use of the promo code may not give that group the credit for that.
Right.
So it's a good thing at times to go ahead and use the code and then maybe donate your money on the back end.
Yep.
So if you really want to do those kind of things, but from a tracking standpoint, for people like Austin here with Takedown, it'd probably be pretty nice to know who is a veteran, and then just donate the money on the backside.
Right. And I think it's a good time. Speaking of Jeff, and we're going to take a little 55-second break here and play a little commercial from Apex Predator Outfitters.
Awesome.
I love that commercial.
Yeah.
So again, guys, talking about Apex, visit apexpredatoroutfitters.com. Use promo code TACKLE22, no spaces at checkout. He's got some great stuff over there too. I love the part where his wife's like playing with his hair.
Yeah.
Next time I see him in person, I'm just going to reach out and just start playing with those luscious locks.
I'm jealous because nobody can do that with me. I mean, grab my beard maybe. That's about it. Yeah. No, Jeff's a cool guy. Retired first sergeant. Cool dude.
Yeah, that's awesome. He is a good dude. we've really been fortunate to find some outstanding small businesses to work with here lately, including Takedown Rod Holders, which is really exciting to me. You know, being a small nonprofit organization to link up with some growing businesses so we can grow together. It really just makes me happy, man. Um,
I'm
so
going to tell you, Eddie, I've watched Austin and Takedown Rod Holders since it began, back before the name change. I'm sure some of you remember.
Yeah.
And it's just been awesome watching this young man grow, because I saw the potential then as soon as it first hit the market. I could just tell by the way things were going and the way people got behind him, the honesty. He's showing everything raw. He's not covering it up with plastics or anything like that. He's showing it raw to you. You either like it or you don't. He's beating the heck out of it on stumps and trucks and dragging it around with race cars and who knows what else. But I think he may have even jacked a car up with one. There's no telling what this guy's put these things through.
so I do have
around to watch him.
so I love the build of the actual bank rod holders themselves, but I know here personally on the Chattahoochee River we have a big river walk and there's a railing with like a concrete walkway. Do you maybe have anything that would help maybe attach to that railing or something along those lines to where they can still use your product?
I wish I'd have grabbed one, but I actually have. It's a rail dock tree mount. It's got screw holes in it. It's compatible with all my rod holders on the website except for the Extreme series.
Okay.
But it's got vertical holes and horizontal. And if you got like a lay down tree or your fence posts, you could go horizontally or vertically around them with the ratchet strap.
Okay.
Or it's got the screw hole. If you're fishing like a wooded dock a lot, I got some spots that I leave the mount actually on there until they take them out in the wintertime.
Yeah. That's
So
nice.
I'm actually gonna see if I can find it on the website right now just to pull it up.
Yeah.
Let's see where we at. The universal mount for trees and docks is what you're talking about?
Yep.
All right, cool. Let me back to StreamYard.
So while he's looking at that, Austin, can you show us one more time which version that you're coming out with right now?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
There it is.
Oh, sorry. I hope I didn't take away from you guys.
No, you're fine. We were just doing some things in the background while you were pulling that up.
Ooh, that zoomed in big time. Hey, that's the Chattahoochee right there.
Can you zoom in on that blue railing there, Eddie?
Twisted Tackle Fishing. He was down in my area because that's Chattahoochee. It looks like.
Yeah.
Let me scroll down a little bit. Yeah, I can see how that. Oh, dang it! Come on now. I try to adjust and it kicks me out.
Yeah.
But yeah, visit this website here. It's called the Universal Mount for Trees and Docks.
Mm-hmm.
And there we go.
There you go.
You can see how it attaches there to the rails. I'm guessing the ratchet straps are just a little bit of a added security there, or is that part of the mount?
I think it's actually holding the mount on to the rail.
It pulls it down.
Okay. Yeah, I like that because I would be I think even if the ratchet strap wasn't part of it, I think I would probably still do something like that because when you start getting into the higher end of fishing combos, you're talking close to $500 a combo.
That's right.
You know,
Hey,
so
that red, white, and blue one's a good example of it.
Yeah,
that's how it basically looks.
Yeah,
and
that looks,
and that just slides on the legs or the feet, basically. Give your bank rod holders, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that looks really good, man. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
There's
a lot of really cool stuff on this site, man.
Yeah, I thought I was going to pull a fast one, and maybe you didn't have that one quite figured out yet, but man, you nailed it.
I do try to get ahead of him every now and then. It's a battle, though.
Yeah, yeah, he does good. There's a better picture here of the 3-position boat rod holder.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see the bank fishing rod holders. You guys can see his price points here. I mean, he is dead on competition for the rod holder market right now, which is great. I'm gonna have to get some takedown swag from you here.
So where on the website, Austin, will we be able to find that adapter that drives in and you screw into?
This
It's
is
right
it, right?
there. Yep.
So that's something interesting for you guys out there watching right now. If you have friends, once Eddie scrolls down, if you'll notice, see, you can take that adapter and you can take your boat rod holders and actually attach them so you can use them on the bank as well. So kind of multifunctional if you needed to.
That's awesome.
I just came out with a single bar one too.
Yeah, that's the one I was really looking for. That's the pretty cool one.
Yeah, that looks awesome. So I know a lot of, especially when it comes to catfishing, we really love all our bright colors, things that glow under black lights and blue lights and stuff like that. So, do you offer anything like that in terms of your rubberized coatings?
It will be coming here pretty soon. I'd say within the next month or so, I'll have the fluorescent colors on.
Awesome.
Looks like you were the talk of Easter dinner today. That's pretty cool.
That's right.
Huh.
Yeah, he said he was showing them to his parents. That's what I'm talking about. It's not you don't own anything official unless you show it to your parents, right?
Sure.
Right.
Have you taken the redhead home to your parents yet, Eddie?
Oh, brother, she talks to my parents more than I do. I think they like her better, to be honest.
Yeah, we all do. It's okay though.
Damn, that's cold.
I know. It's all love, man.
You see what I live with? You think to getting your backside busted leaves when you leave the military? It doesn't.
Nah,
It doesn't at
all
all.
part of it. It's all part of it.
Get roasted all the time.
Never ending.
Yeah. So, do you have any products maybe that you're kind of still brainstorming on, things that you're working on for the future? You don't have to disclose it.
Don't tell us here.
We just
So
want to
for
know.
the last 2 weeks, I feel like I've came out with something every day, but I still got 3 prototypes already ready to release, and I got probably 4 or 5 more ideas. I just ain't had time to do it yet. So
Right.
That's awesome. Need to come up with some kind of like trolling motor remote holder. I am the worst about putting my trolling motor remote down somewhere and then not being able to find it when I need it because I broke the lanyard for those things is so uncomfortable. And if you're catching a fish or something like that, I'm really bad about hitting it and knocking us off course and stuff like that. So to have almost like a cell phone mount kind of thing where I can just put it on my dash, that'd be a hell of a product.
yeah,
Hey,
I just designed it already.
If I was a little bit slimmer, Austin to make me a belt buckle that had a holder on.
He said he designed it already.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Let's try this one then. Let's see if we can get you on this one. What about one of those sticks that goes between your trolling motor and the bow of your boat when you're traveling? You got one yet?
No.
Hey, there you go.
There it is.
Yeah.
Pretty. All yours, babe.
Yep. You can so mine my Garmin actually already has one. It's got a little rubber foot on it, but if you could take that rod holder base and like the
little V on it,
the threads or something like that, and screw it into that so that it's fixed, man.
Well, yeah, awesome. Everybody be all over it. They make them. They're out there, kind of similar to what I'm talking about, but it'd be cool to have one come out from you.
I bet the 3 of us could probably put our heads together and come up with some stuff nobody knows they need until it's there.
Yeah.
Austin and I might have put our heads together a couple times in the past. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you put your head together with a lot of people. So.
It's a big head.
No, that's networking 101, trying to find people to make products that you need to make your life easier. And Takedown certainly done that from a rod holder standpoint, especially for bank fishermen. I know my partner bank fishes more than me, and I know he would definitely love that. I know I would love the rail mounts because all right, story time. I got to tell a story. All right, I was out fishing with an active duty guy. My boat was in the shop, so we were going to bank fish on at the Riverwalk here in Columbus. and it's the same thing. It's all concrete sidewalk with a metal railing, and I got probably 3 or 4 rods out. Nothing expensive. And I'm sitting there. I'm talking to him on the phone. His name is Sean, and it just watched my rod go right over the rail. I mean, running for the hills. That joker ran almost to the other side of the river. So I'm talking to him on the phone, and I'm cussing up and down, and I'm like, how long until you get here? This and that, because it's already an hour late. And he's like, I'll be there in an hour. So he gets here in about an hour. He throws his lines in. He catches a fish. He hooks a fish, who then hooks my line on the rod that got slung over the rail. I'm able to get my rod off of his line and then catch the fish.
Huh.
The craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And if he wasn't there, no one would ever believe it, because that rod and reel was gone.
You notice he's not in this live though, right, Austin?
He's not. You can take it for what it's worth, but listen,
I've seen crazy things happen, man. I was dragging over on I think it was Murray, and hooked a line, reeled it in. It had fresh bait on it. On the other end is a rod, brand new. It just wasn't even muddy.
Wow.
Yeah, bait still on it. Who knows who lost it, but somebody in that tournament I was in.
Man, that's awesome.
Well,
Austin, I don't want to keep you too much longer. I know you want to get out there with the kids and do some Easter egg hunting. So, any parting words for our audience here? We got 19 people still watching.
Yeah, I could give I know he wanted to see them one more time.
Mm-hmm.
We're calling them the WET Signature Series, but that's what they look like. They'll be available on the website tonight.
So for every one of those right there, you're giving $1 to Tackle 22 off the top, correct?
Yep.
So the WET series, wet series.
No promo code needed or anything like that. That is so awesome. Thank you.
Every single one it's either this version or this version. They'll be grouped together, so for every one sold, it'll be $1.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much. That's gonna make a huge difference. Guys, if you're watching this, get out and support Takedown Rod Holders. Small business owner, cares about veterans. I mean, what else do you need to know? That's gonna make a huge difference. So Steve, you got any parting words?
The only thing I'd like to say is I'd love to see some folks out there with those WET series holders, but even if you don't need those guys, get out there and pick up something, anything, whatever you like, from Takedown Rod Holders, and let's help this young man out, help him grow, and in turn, that's going to help the veteran group of the world. So I just appreciate you, Austin. Thanks for everything you're doing, man.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
I'm going to say thanks again. And to all our veterans out there watching, do your buddy checks. Reach out to your friends you hadn't heard from in a while. Send a message. Pick up your phone and make a phone call. You never know where someone's at with their mental health. You might just save a life. So with that, guys, it's Tackle 22 Fishing. You can find us at tackle22fishing.com. Use the contact us link if you're interested in volunteering or if you're interested in going out on a vet trip. And until next time, we will see you guys Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hope everyone has a happy Easter.
Take care, Austin.